Truth Seeker Learning here. Okay, today we're going to do a system of equations, but solving them with substitution. Okay, so let's get right into it. So substitution is literally what it sounds like when you replace one thing with another thing, right? That's what the word means. And sometimes in math and any subject, if we know definitions, well then, if we know definitions, then we can simply understand what the task is that's before us. Most of the time, not always. So here's an example. I put two here. These are really simple ones. Y equals x. Okay. X plus y is 14. Now this sentence, this equation says y is x. So whatever y is, it's x. So why don't I just take Mr. X and put him where the y is, right? Because the y is x. So I'll just take the y away and put the x in, because y is x. And then I wind up with x plus x equals 14. I hope you get that. And then 1x and 1x is 2x. 2x is 14. And then you just solve. Divide by 2, divide by 2. 14 divided by 2 is 7. X is 7. Okay? And then you could go now and solve for y, because remember we have to get an x and a y. So our x here is 7. Let's go to our y. X is 7. So now we can put it in here, right? I would take this one, and we would do x plus y is 14. We take the x, we put them in here. 7 plus y is 14. And then we just go minus 7, y is 7. Guess what, though? If x is 7, I could have just put it here and y is 7, so that's even easier. So it's the point is 7, 7. So that was easy. That was easy. Actually, what am I doing? I'm going to do the other one. And here's another one. Y is 2x. Y is 2x. So what I'll do now is I'll put the 2x where the y is. So now you go x plus 2x equals 21. 2x and x is 3x. Divided by 3, divided by 3, x is 7. I hope you see how I did that. Now I can go back to this equation here and solve for y. Y is 2x. Y is 2 times 7, because 7 is x. So y is 14. So the point is 7, 14. So why are we looking for a point? Because the point is where the two lines meet. So if you were to graph these, the two lines would meet at 7, 7. The two lines would meet at 7, 14. All right, let's do harder ones. Let's do a harder one. All right, here's another one. Y equals x plus 1. And then x plus y equals 9. Now this one says y is x plus 1. Y is not just one thing. Y is x plus 1. Y is an expression. So then I can take the x plus 1 and put it where the y is. And then it'll look like this. X plus 1 equals 9. Combine like terms. The x's are on the same side of the equal sign. So that becomes 2x Then I go like this. These are on opposite sides, right? So you have to change the sign. You know by now. And then it's 8. Divide by 2, divide by 2. X is 4. X is 4. Now what's y? Okay, I can come back over to this guy. I can do it over here. And then y equals x plus 1. Y equals 4 plus 1. Y equals 5. So x is 4 and y is 5. So if I was to graph those lines, those two lines, because each equation represents a line, right? They would hit at 4, 5. All right, let's do another one. Let's do another one. How about with a different variable? 3n minus 2n equals 11. And then m plus 2n equals 9. 9. Now this one's a little complicated because I have to move some things around. Because I really don't have anything that says, m equals, n equals. I don't. So what you need to do is take one of the equations and move it around and isolate one of the variables. Now I think it's easiest here to just isolate the m. So I'm going to move this guy around. I'm going to move 2n and I'm going to bring him over here. So then this equation will say m equals, I'm going to move the 9 in front. 9 minus 2n. So now I can take him and put him right into here, where the m is. I hope you're getting this. I know it's complicated. So then I can go 3, this is m, 9 minus 2n, minus 2n equals 11. See what I did? Let me go over that again. I moved things around so I had m equals something. Then I took what that m equaled and I put it into the m. And it says 3 times whatever m is. So now let me continue. Now I distribute. 9 times 3 is 27. 3 times negative 2 is negative 6n. Minus 2n equals 11. Then I combine like terms right here. Negative 6 and negative 2. I told you in algebra, if the signs are the same, add and keep the sign. That's negative 8n equals 11. Then I go minus 27. Minus 27. Negative 8n equals 27 minus 11, right? It's going to be negative, and that would be 16. Hope you can see. And then I divide by negative 8. Negative 8. N equals 2. Because a negative into a negative is a positive. I'm going to do a video on all that. The rules of integers for the younger kids. Even for the older ones who have forgotten. Now, I have n. How about I solve for m? I'm going to go back to this guy here. This original one. 3m minus 2n equals 11. Let's do it. 3m minus 2 times 2 equals 11. 3m, negative 2 times 2 is negative 4 equals 11. Plus 4, plus 4. 3m equals 11 and 4 is 15. Divide by 3, divide by 3. M is 5. So the point where these meet, and I'm assuming, right, MN. Well, M in the alphabet, right? A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P. M comes first, so M is like the X. So we put 5, 2. That's the point where they meet. Now in this case, if you notice, I had to isolate a variable first. Alright? They don't always come that way. Let me do another one. I hope you're getting this. And again, stop the video, try to solve it. Go back and watch it again. Watch me do it again. I'm like a living textbook here. You read your textbooks and they don't always show everything when they do the steps. You know, they save money on that, but yet they'll put politically correct, you know, pictures in of, you know, everybody to brainwash you, but yet they won't put in the different steps to do a problem. But this is the world we live in. Okay, so let's do another one here. Now, here we go. Let's do one that's a little tricky, I guess. 4y equals negative 3x. 5x plus 8y equals 4. Now, I've never seen this problem before, but let me think about it a minute. What would I do? Well, it's going to be a little complicated, I think. We're going to have a fraction here. But that's okay. I am going to take this one up here, I think. And I'm going to isolate the y. So I'm going to do this. 4y equals negative 3x. Okay. But I need it to say y equals or x equals. So I could really divide by negative 3 here, but I'm going to divide by 4. So then y equals negative 3/4 x. Okay? And I might need to run and get my trusty calculator, which you'll have to wait, but let me just try this. So now, I'm going to put it in here. 5x plus 8 negative, I hate when I do that, 3/4 x equals 4, right? Let's make sure I'm doing this right. Y is negative 3/4 x. So I'm putting it in there. And then I have to multiply. 8 times this. Well, that's easy. Let me do it over here. 8 over 1 times negative 3 over 4. Well, the answer will be negative, it's obvious. But anyway, I'll bring my 5x down. 8 times 3. 8, 16, 24. 1 times 4 is 4. Actually, it'll be even, so this is okay. I don't need my calculator. And then I divide the 24 by 4, which is 6. So then that actually becomes 6. 6. So then we wind up with 6x equals 4. Okay. This is working out nice. And then I have 5 plus 6 is 11x equals 4. And then I divide x equals 4 over 11. And that's my x. What about my y? Now it's not even, and that's okay. Oh, I made a mistake. Did you see the mistake I made? This was a negative 6. Let me go back. I caught myself, which is good. I like when I make mistakes, actually, because, well, for you especially, because it helps you. Now it'll be even, thank God. But you can have ones that are fractions, because this was negative, right? I had a negative. You see how I forgot to put the negative? Don't do that. Don't be like me and make that error. 5 minus 6 is negative x equals 4. Divide by negative 1 because we can't have a negative variable. And then x is negative 4. Good. Now let's go for y. So now I'll go 4y. I'm going to go to this guy. Equals negative 3 times negative 4. 4y equals negative 3 times negative 4, which is positive 12. Divide by 4, divide by 4. Y is 3. So the point where they meet is negative 4, 3. Now by rights, if you did it, it should come out to be the same. Let's see, I'm going to do a check. I didn't do that with the other one, but let's do a check. Let's take this, and we'll do a check. Just to give you a little more for your money here. Not that you're paying for this, but whatever. 4, I'm doing this one. 4 times 3 equals negative 3 times negative 4. And look, it does. Because 4 times 3 is 12, and negative 3 times negative 4 is 12. Positive 12. So 12 is 12, so I did this correct. I did this correctly. Or correct as we say in New York. Okay, so system of equations, let me just go over it again. You have to have a variable equals something, x equals something, m equals something, y equals something. And if it's already done for you, that's awesome. If not, then you're going to have to isolate things, isolate a variable and do it. Okay? Again, I hope this was helpful. Truth Seeker Learning here. Have a good day. Bye.